Hey guys, it's Katy at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and I am here with day 5 of the COAPA Cutfiles 20 Days of Christmas. Now, we do have summer prompts, but I will be playing along all 20 days with the Christmas prompts. Here's a look at those, and now let's take a look at what I did for day 5. So for today's prompt on the Christmas side, it is circles, and I have chosen the COAPA Cutfile Hanging Baubles. So of course you see here, it's just a bunch of ornaments, and I've already cut that just out of white daisy cardstock on my Cricut. And then I actually I just inserted some basic shapes onto my Design Space project, and I cut various colors of circles. So you'll see here, this one kind of has a UV coating on it with a pattern. This one, right now, I think I'm going to use the polka dot side, but it's also got a striped side on the back of it. And then this one is that same pattern that I've been using, and actually that pink polka dot stripe comes from the same collection. It's that Deck the Palms, which can be used for Christmas or tropical. So if you're in those summer states, Florida, I mean, even Texas, we don't really have a whole lot of cold weather, or even if you have vacation photos that you need to scrapbook that are beachy, that is a perfect paper collection for that. So I am just going to go ahead and clear out some of these little bitty cuts that didn't clear out, and then get my base page, and we can get started on this layout for day 5. Okay, so I have my base page, which is going to be white, and then I've pulled out just some scraps from a Jingle Joy paper collection that I have, trying to bring in the pinks, the light green color, and then of course I just love this black and white pattern. So I'm thinking I am going to do another flip flap to include my photos. I'm just trying to decide if I want to use all of these little baubles or if I want to just use one. So it's going to go right there. There's going to be a top and a bottom piece. I think I'll actually do it that way, and then basically the same on top, except maybe bring that stripe in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that to 6 inches. Okay, so I cut this into 6 inches, and then I'm just tearing the black and white piece. And so just kind of tearing just kind of adds some interest, in my opinion. So I like that. And I really like all the baubles. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to back them. Go ahead and add those back pieces, and then I can tell how many I want. And I'm just going to use liquid adhesive for that. Okay, so I've got those backed. I really think I'm just going to do the 3. So now we're going to pull out the Gilt Gloss Spray, and I'm just going to add some splatters. That will break up some of that white space. I love white space, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much, especially in this album. It just seems like, because I'm using predominantly all the white base pages, except for a couple. So I just want to kind of break up the white. I didn't want to use a pattern paper for this base because the baubles are already patterned, and so I didn't want to draw attention away from that, because they're so cute. Okay, so I think that will be enough. And this gloss spray doesn't take long at all to dry. And then if you have a paper towel or something around, you can kind of soak up the extra. Some of these may not even show because of the baubles that'll be in the way. But never hurts to just be prepared. And then let me pick this up for you guys and show you how shiny it is. It's one of my favorite things. Look. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, so I'm going to set that aside and clean this up. Okay, while that's drying, I don't want a full 1/2 inch. That way I have a little bit of the green, but not much. Okay, so I think that is dry. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere the bottom one on, but not the top one yet, because the top one is going to cover the top of the baubles. So now we can come in with this. And I don't think I need to apply adhesive to the little strips. I think the adhesive on the actual bubbles will be enough. Okay, so here are the photos that I'm going to use. And it is going to be a flip flap. So I just want to include something at the bottom. You know, kind of mat this, make its footprint just a little bit bigger. So I have these PML cards, and just trying to find one that, you know, don't clash too much with the red, but stay true to the colors of the layout. And then of course I have the 4x6s that I could trim down. Kind of like that one. There's just so many choices, which I love having choices. And then also I'm going to journal. Once I get these down, I'll have a 3x4 that actually is hidden and you can only see when you flip it up. So that one kind of looks good. But I really wanted these. So maybe, but I wanted them opposite. You know, I don't want all my ornaments on this side, so I kind of wanted them opposite. So I wonder if I do this. Yeah, kind of liking that. It's a little bit too green. No, I don't want to waste that. I could double pink it. No. Okay, so I believe I like the black. So again, I am going to just kind of take these like that, kind of crooked. And then let me see how this is looking. My flip flap needs to be straight on the layout. So I think I'll do that. And then see, I can journal right there because it will be hidden by the flip flap. And then these I'm actually going to put back into these little baubles, and I'm going to paint them with that gilt. So let me move this aside just one more time. And the trick is to leaving these the way I had them, because, you know, I didn't use all the baubles, and so I had to kind of go through the remnants and pick out the ones that matched. Okay, so while those are drying, I thought I would go ahead and get my flip flap adhered. And these are 3x4s, and I'm using the portrait one. And you want it where the little peel backing is facing you, so when you flip it over, it can adhere to your layout. And then I am going to be cutting my memory protector so you can flip it through there. There are a couple of ways you can adhere these. You can either adhere them directly to the memory protector, or I prefer to adhere them to my project and then cut my memory protector. And I have a how-to video on that. I will leave it linked below. I think I want this higher at the top. And so then you flip it open and you can see another picture, and then of course I'll be journaling right there. And then as you can see, I misjudged the strings of my bauble. They didn't go all the way to the top to go under my pattern paper up there. So I'm going to have to, I think I'll tie a bow. You know, those just adds that extra something, and they sparkle. They sparkle just like all these paint splatters. Okay. So I'm going to do the top of that, just kind of a grouping of embellishments. So I've got some sticker sheets that came with this paper collection. And I kind of feel like, even though I kind of have a triangle of red, I kind of feel like red should be up there somewhere. So I may pull in an acrylic star or something. And then all of these are also die cuts that came with the Holly Jolly. So I was thinking about just using strips of paper up here. And then of course these stickers. So you can tell I don't have a whole lot of stickers left on this one. So I think I'm just for the sake of getting this sticker sheet used up, I think I'm just gonna stick them down. Just go with the flow, right? Okay, so there's that. I kind of like, oh, what fun. Definitely needs to be backed by a different color though. And this is where I feel like either more pinks should come in or a red. So I'm wondering, I really don't want to bring in that dark raspberry color because of the red. So I'm going to cut this 4x6. Okay, so that's a little better. And then I'm going to tear it and make it look like washi. So when you tear white core stuff, if you like, this is the part I want to keep. If you tear that to you, then the white doesn't show. So I'm going to use this piece. So I need to do the same thing right here. And I'm kind of tearing it at an angle so it'll look like washi tape. And I think actually I'm going to end up cutting more off. So instead of putting it back in my trimmer, I'm just going to adhere it over the edge. Oh, what fun. And then I can do a little red acrylic shape. And then I think that'll be it. careful with that. Okay. And then I think this star, or maybe a trio of stars. So there's one. I could have an open one. And then a third one. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it. I used micro glue dots on the small ones and then liquid glue on that large one. And again, there are those photos. So don't forget to check out the links below to visit all the other YouTube channels who are playing along with the COAPA 20 Days of Cut Files. We have summer prompts and Christmas prompts. And if you aren't already a subscriber, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and sign up for notifications so you don't miss another crafty video. Thanks and have a great weekend.